What's up guys, it's James from SeekaHost. Today we're going to be going over how you can migrate sites over to SeekaHost.app. It includes how to take a backup of your site and then how to restore it on our hosting. So we're going to be migrating this site using a plugin called Updraft Plus. Our site is currently on our PBN hosting and we want to move it over to our WordPress hosting. This is going to be the site that we're going to move over. This will also work the same with other registrars. Obviously some areas will be slightly different, but the actions that we take will be the same. So first we're going to go to the website that we want to move over. If I click over here, I've just added something to the homepage so we know that it's all moved over correctly. We've got an image, a page, some writing, and I've also gone ahead and installed a plugin as well just to make sure that the plugin comes over too. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is go over to add new plugin. From here go to the search bar and search for Updraft Plus. It's going to look a little bit like this, then we're going to go to install and activate it. Once activated, I tend to refresh the page, then I go to my settings and go to Updraft Plus Backups. Before we go ahead and do this, a simple explanation of what we're going to do is we're going to take a backup of your entire site, we're going to save that on our computer, we're going to start a new WordPress installation. This will either work whether you're switching from PBN hosting to WordPress or whether you're simply moving your WordPress site from another site over to us. And then we're going to simply upload the files that we have to create the same site on SeekaHost. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is click Backup Now. Make sure to back up all of the files and then go to Backup Now. This will depend on how much you have on your site. Mine will be very quick because I haven't got very many things on the site. It's pretty much a new installation. If you've got quite a few things, just be patient because it will take a little while. Once done, you're going to get a confirmation message and you're going to see that we currently have a backup down here. Now what we need to do is download all of these 5 things right here. So the database, the plugins, the themes, the uploads and others. To do that, we're going to click on database and then we're going to click download to your computer. As you can see, the top one there is the one that I've just downloaded. Now we're going to continue, we're going to do the same because we need everything. We need the database, plugins, so on. We're going to go to download to your computer for the plugins. Same again for themes. Download to your computer. Same for uploads, and be aware sometimes you might get a couple of files depending on how many uploads you have. So I've only got 1, but you might have 2 or 3 or 4. Make sure to download them all. And last but not least, the others section, just to make sure that we have everything downloaded. Now with everything downloaded, we have a full backup of this website. Now come on to SeekaHost.app and log in. We're then going to go to WordPress hosting. Going to go create new WordPress site. Now if you don't have any site allocation here, it means that you don't have a hosting package enough to support it, or you don't have a hosting package at all. You can come down and get that by coming to hosting packages and going to WordPress hosting. From here, simply choose the package that suits the amount of sites that you want to move over altogether. Just be aware that if you are moving it from the PBN blog list to the WordPress site list, you're going to have to first delete it from this list after you take the entire backup. I've just deleted mine from the list, but to do so you go to the action button and you go down to the delete blog. Make sure to leave it a short while before coming over to add it to the WordPress sites. So now to start your WordPress site, we're going to come over to create WordPress site on the top. We're going to add in the domain on the top. That's just the domain without the www.and.co.uk, so whatever TLD that you have. Include a blog title, select your subscription, and additionally we can also add the Updraft Plus backups before we even install the site. Click on the WordPress settings, come down and check Updraft Plus, then go ahead and add the WordPress site to your list. This will now take a moment before the installation becomes online, and you can then get your name servers to connect your domain and upload the site. Once you have your online tick, you can then come over and click the blue cog. Here's where you're going to get your name servers. Now before we start the new site and then upload your original site onto it, we first want to copy the name server 1 and 2 and make sure the domain is pointing to here. I'm going to click on name server 1 just to copy that over now. Then head over to wherever your domain is hosted. If it's hosted elsewhere, go to your domains and go to the manage section. If you're on SeekaHost, you can come over to domains. Be aware that most registrars, such as us as well, also have a domain lock, so make sure to unlock it before making any changes. This is for extra safety. We're then going to want to come over to the name servers. On SeekaHost, you can actually just leave it as use the SeekaHost hosting name servers. On other registrars, you might have to put in your custom name servers. Choose custom private name servers and then put in your name server 1 in the top and then your name server 2 in the bottom section, or however your registrar has it laid out. Once you're done, come over and lock your domain. If you're moving from our PBN to our WordPress hosting, you're going to need to delete the old private name servers. To do this, scroll down to the bottom where it says delete a name server. We're going to start off with NS1 and then go ahead to delete. You're then going to delete the first name server. Next up we're going to do NS2 and then click delete. And then that will delete any of the name servers that were associated with your previous PBN hosting. Now just wait a short while until the leaf DNS matches up with the name servers that you have here. Once your Leaf DNS is showing like this with NS1 and NS2 all with ticks and the test passed, you can then go ahead and click the SSL section and then enable your SSL certificate. Now let's go ahead and log into the site. To get the account information to log in, you can also go to your account manage section, which will give you your username and your password. Now we're logged in, go to your plugin section. We already chose to upload Updraft Plus on the installation, however if you don't have it, simply go to add new plugin, in the same way install Updraft Plus again. Now let's go down to settings and then go to Updraft Plus backups. We're going to go down to where it says upload backup files, and we're going to go get our backup files from where we downloaded them earlier. Simply highlight them and then drag them in to upload. With everything uploaded and complete, we can now go ahead and click the restore button. Select everything to restore everything just to how it was and then go to next. Go ahead and click restore, and then it's going to go through all the components to restore it back to how the site was originally. Then let's go ahead and return to Updraft Plus configuration. Then go ahead to log back in, make sure that you use your previous password because it would have gone back to your previous password rather than your new one. Now let's go ahead and make sure everything was restored properly. There we go, we have our site just as it was, and our plugins have come with it too. And now we have a complete website restoration on SeekaHost from whatever other hosting that you wanted, or moving it over from our PBN hosting to our WordPress hosting.